apparently we need to do a quest called the Healing Herb, which I don't even have. It's in Rythel. Okay, well, while we're in Rythel, we will get that other quest done. Oh my word, side quests are a mess in this game. I don't know if I'll be doing all of them, because, you know, even picking them up seems tedious. So, you know, no promising, no promises on doing all the side quests, but, you know, I'm gonna try my best. Where, though? Oh, it's in a house! Of course it's in a house! Of course it is! You know what they should do? You know what would be really nifty? Hey, Triace, look at Tales of Arise. You should have a marker on the town. You know, have like a little star next to the town to be like, hey, there's side quests to pick up here, and then have side quest markers. That'd be really convenient for people going back to your towns to pick up side quests. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The more I think about this game, again, the game is good. I'm really enjoying the game. It's probably going to be my favorite Star Ocean game, but like, it's definitely not like it's not like amazing, or it's not going to be my game of the year. I'm having fun though. It's a good game. And I'm glad it's kind of bringing Star Ocean somewhat on an upswing, because it is like one of the best Star Ocean games in a long time. But it's definitely not like, you know, best game ever, game of the year material for me personally. And at the end of the game, I might be comparing it to something like Tales of Arise a lot, because Star Ocean and Tales of are so similar. But definitely, as of now, Tales of Arise is still like, quote unquote, better than this game. Although I haven't finished this game yet, so we'll see.
I'm sorry. Do you need something? As you can probably guess, not very well. If I only had some herbs to treat my condition, but they're all out of stock. Could you bring some for me?
I only have one? Ugh.
This is a chronic illness in my chest that I often battle with, though I've heard of a nasty disease going around lately.
Apparently it's in Codarinth Mountain region, and we have to go pick up, green items. I looked it up because the game is not gonna tell me. Yeah, this is still a good game, and I'm really enjoying myself. Put it like this, I doubt this is going to be a top 10 game contender. It would have to do some really crazy stuff with the story for it to be like a top 10 game for me. Which Tales of Arise is in my top 10. This one is not. And that's not to say, again, this game is good. It's still a good game, and I'm really glad it exists. That's bringing Star Ocean back to a sense. Because Star Ocean's in desperate need of an upswing. And this game is doing a good job at that, but it's far from perfect. Far from, like, perfect. So, you know. And not just the side quests, just, like, you know. Like, the story is fine. I don't think the story's anything to write home about. Hopefully it gets interesting when we leave Aster 4. Hopefully when we leave Aster 4, the story gets better. Because Star Ocean 3, I thought the Elocore 2 story was fine. I thought it did well at doing Nell's character good, and I thought it was interesting enough. It was fine. But the thing about Star Ocean 3's Elocore 2 was it lasted, or yeah, Elocore 2. I was like, is it called Elocore 2? It is. It lasted too long. I think if it lasted less time, I would have been more okay with the Elocore 2 storyline. And I don't even think it's bad. I just think it's fine. I think the reason I think it's fine is mostly because of how long it drags. I feel like it drags a bit and it takes up most of the game. If it lasted less time, I'd be a little less harsh on it. But, What else? And then the second disc, Star Ocean 3, was not awful, but not very good. It was very, kind of underwhelming, to be honest. Which is why I think as a whole, Star Ocean 3's story is just fine. Like, they had interesting stuff with, like, the genes and stuff, and, like, 4D space. They didn't execute it all that well, but... And the plot twist, I'm, like, very mixed on. I don't, like, hate the plot twist, but I also am not crazy about it. So, you know. Again, I'm not trying to say this game is, like, not going to be good, but so far, the characters have been getting me through it. The characters are definitely the best in the Star Ocean series. The characters are definitely getting me through this one more than anything else. Like, the combat, even the combat's fun, but it's not Tales of Arise, for example. What's this Rythel quest again? At this point, I'm just looking up all the side quests because, like, my word is so annoying. A boat, a prized pendant. It's a chapter 3 quest. It's a chapter 3 quest. We're apparently in the 3rd chapter of the game, by the way. I don't know how many chapters there are, but we're in the 3rd chapter because of side quest. The side quest says chapter 3. Oh my word, get this, chat. Just wait till you see where this quest is. Actually, wait, did I look right? Tales of Arise had a weak finish because it was rushed at the end. The end could have been better. I don't think I had a weak finish. I think Tales of Arise... I think the second half was fine. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was, like, good. Could it have been better? Yeah, absolutely. It could have been better, but... I don't think I had a weak finish. I think it finished pretty well, honestly. I think the first half was better. I think everything with the Lords was better than, the Helganquil and everything. And the Sovereign stuff. I think it was fine, though. It could have been better, yeah. But I don't think it was, like, terrible. Alright, where's this, Yeah, you have to break these boxes. Screw off, game. Look at how, like, so... I forget you can even break stuff in this game. Like, come on. That's just, like, come on. By the way, I'm aware I can skip the side quest. For the one person who's like, oh, Nova, if you're complaining about the side quests, just don't do them. First of all, screw off. Second of all, that doesn't excuse that the game should have side quest markers. Like, every game in this modern era has better ways to track side quests. I get it, old games were like that, but old games are a thing of the past. And that was their thing. You couldn't really track side quests in them. But this game is very much like, it's being like an older game where it's not letting you track side quests, which in this day and age is kind of lame.
You found it! My precious pendant. It was a gift from my mother. Oh, it does my heart so good to have it back.
I'll take this over running deliveries any day.
Ever since I got married when I was young. It'd be such a shame to lose it. I was feeling helpless, but thanks to you, I'm at peace now.
Wasn't there... Oh, Larset. I wanted to go to Larset really quick. Larset, right here. Anyway, I don't think Arise had, like... I don't think it had the best finish. I don't think it was a bad finish, though. I don't think it was weak, but it could have been better. I would agree with that. Who am I talking to for this, Oh, there's a quest up there? Or is that a quest I have already?
Sweet!
Oh my. A guest all the way from Baldar. You say a soldier named Sartas gave you this letter? That's my husband's name. And you say that he gave you this? In that case, would you be able to deliver this reply to the soldier who gave you this letter? Don't worry too much about it. Just hand this to the man who gave you the letter. Somehow, I understand. I suppose we truly are linked to our precious family members after all.
Was that the same quest? Yeah. Oh, the soldier's wife. Okay. That side quest had a marker. There was a marker for that side quest. Yeah, they either rushed the development time. They were either on a time crunch and they had to rush to get this game out or something, or they just forgot. Like, I'm inclined to believe
Finally,
that's...
we can get through this place without all the sneaking around.
I'm inclined to believe that's what happened.
There's this guy who's...
Oh, right, the potions. I'm not gonna worry. Like, I know I can look up side quests, but I'm not gonna look them all up now. I could if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. Like, I want to move on the story, too. I'll probably just look them up off screen. Because, like, at this point, I don't think Star Ocean 6 is the best at presenting its side content.
Caught up in this war. We gotta put all this to an end for their sake, too.
Also, have I ever mentioned that the repeating dialogue in this game is, like, really annoying? And you can't pause your game or open your map while they're talking? I haven't said it all that much because I haven't been backtracking all that much, but it's pretty annoying.
You delivered it, huh? And you did the whole Corporal Sardis thing, too?
I'll take this over running deliveries any day.
She replied to me? Surely not. Heavens. Oh, no. She already heard that the Corporal had been killed in action. I guess the lie was perhaps my white lie wasn't for her.
Okay, so now we go back. Okay, we basically got 2 side quests done simultaneously. Sendros, Larset. Sendros, Larset, move on the story. That's it. I wanted to move on the story at the start of stream. Well, I wanted to do private actions in Baldur and then move on the story, but I didn't realize there were so many side quests. Apparently some we didn't pick up. But again, I'm not too worried about getting them done because they're kind of whatever, to be honest. They're not even that deep anyway. Like, they don't do anything. My biggest example, guess what? Gonna use Tales of Arise again. Tales of Arise is my perfect example of a game that uses... I'm gonna actually talk to this woman and I'll continue saying this, but... I'm gonna use Tales of Arise as an example again.
Thank you for delivering the letter. I'm sure my husband is resting a bit easier now.
I'll take this over running deliveries any day.
I know his little lie was all out of care for me. It was a lovely letter, and extremely thoughtful of him. It felt almost as if he was still here. It just goes to show, his essence still carries on in the world.
In Tales of Arise, the side quests were very plain simple. Like, hey, get this material for me. Kill this monster, etc. You know? They were very simple. They weren't anything extravagant until the late game quest, because I think the post game dungeon was a side quest. There was one with like an instrument, a bard guy. Some of them involved like Gormando. I think that was his name. There's the Wonder Chef or whatever. So most of them, I would say 80% of the side quests in Tales of Arise were very simple and plain. But what made them interesting to do was the character interactions you would get. Like, sometimes you would have Law and Kisara, or Law and Rimwell, Shion and Dohalim. You get different pairings of the characters interacting with the NPCs, and sometimes it'd lead to a funny banter. which was always amusing, and that made me want to do the side quests of Tales of Arise, and they were easier to track, so there's that. But yeah. So, that's how you do, like, really, that's how you make me want to do simple but bland, like, bland and simple, simplistic side quests. You add, like, little banter between the characters and, like, those character moments, which, again, they're not, like, the biggest character moments ever, but they were interesting enough for me to want to do those side quests. And they were easy to track. This game doesn't have any of that. It's just like NPC, hey, do this task for me. You get it done. That's it. So, yeah, I think my comparison kind of speaks for itself there.
Oh, you got rid of them already. I knew I had a good eye. Here's your reward as promised. Plus, I'll throw in this paper I took from the insects. It's not just some old scrap of paper. Like I said, I've got a good eye. It's sure to be pretty valuable.
I'll take this over running deliveries any day.
I think what arises is you heard so much about Rena and I wanted to spend more time there. I can agree with that. I guess the same can be said about Xillia and Olympius, right? I'm not trying to hate on Xillia, because I love Xillia. Xillia is my fourth favorite Tales game. I mean, I guess the same can be said about Xillia. It's not a big deal. I also think, like, Xillia, it's kind of how I feel about Xillia. Do I think Xillia's, like, Olympius section could have been more fleshed out? Yeah. I feel like it's a little rushed in the third act of the game. But does Xillia have a weak finish? No. I feel like Xillia finishes pretty good. I feel like the end of Xillia is a lot better than the end of Tales of Arise. Except for the fact that at the end of Tales of Arise, Xion and Alphen get married, which is great. I think Xillia has a better ending, IMO, and it leads into Xillia 2 really well. But, so, it's similar. Tales of Xillia and Tales of Arise, their second or final acts aren't exactly ideal, and they could have been better, yeah. Like, I wish you spent more time on Rena, and I wish you spent more time on Olympius. But also, I think their endings are, like, good enough. I think Xillia's is great. Arise's is good enough. It could be better, but... So yeah, I guess their second acts are weaker than the first, but also, like, I don't think their finishes are that weak. I think they finish pretty well for what they set out to do.
Now I can finally get myself to Baldar for that rare meal. It's pungent, but tasty. Anyway, thank you.
Okay, I think we're done for now, right? Yeah, okay. We will save these quests. We'll just keep them on the back burner for now. I really want to move on the story. All in all, I want to make it very, very, very clear for the people on YouTube who... Sorry, I had a hiccup there.
Finally, we can get through.
Oh
this
my
place
word,
without
Raymond.
all this sneaking
Dude,
around.
yeah, repeating dialogue's annoying. I want to make it very, very clear for the YouTube comments who might want to say, like, oh, you hate the game, blah, blah, blah. Star Ocean 6 is still a really good game. Probably gonna be my favorite Star Ocean game, depending on where they take the story in the upcoming parts, and I guess the second part, whatever we do, like Leave Aster 4, I feel like we are. Probably gonna be my favorite Star Ocean game. If not my favorite, I feel like it's gonna be my second favorite. I feel like I'm gonna like this game more than Star Ocean 2 by the end of it, because I love the characters. The characters are interesting. The cast is definitely the best in all of Star Ocean. The combat's a lot better than 2 because it's a lot newer. So I feel like at worst, this is going to be my second favorite Star Ocean game. The only thing I like more in 2 is item creation, and that's mostly because I like the way you level it up in 2. I'm not really a fan of leveling it up in this game. I feel like it's going to take way too long. But I can't really say I haven't really messed with it. But overall, still really enjoying Star Ocean 6. Alright, Invisible Wall, I see you. Should save the game before this. Let's move.